Do you feel unhappy despite having all the good things in life? Have you ever sensed a void within, a missing piece of the puzzle that keeps you from true contentment? If so, you're not alone. Many of us embark on a quest for happiness, only to find that it remains elusive, hiding in the shadows of our desires and accomplishments. Today I invite you to join me on a journey, a story that holds the keys to unlocking the secrets of lasting happiness. In the heart of a bustling city, there lived a young man named Ethan. He was well educated, had a good job, and all the comforts that life could offer. Yet, despite his outward success, he felt an emptiness within himself, a void that seemed impossible to fill. This lingering sense of discontentment troubled him deeply, and he longed for a solution to his inner turmoil. He had never talked about this emptiness with anyone, and would attribute it to his work and busy lifestyle. But slowly his situation was getting worse. One day he picked up the courage and shared his state of affairs with his close friend Sarah. He told Sarah how an uncanny sense of sadness was gnawing at him, and despite having all the comforts of life, he was unable to enjoy them and stay happy. Sarah was a very wise person. She immediately got the sense of it and suggested, "Ethan, you've got it all. But I think what you're missing is a deeper connection with nature and a simpler way of life. Why not take a break from the city and spend a few days in the countryside? Maybe you'll find the answers you seek there." Taking Sarah's advice to heart, Ethan decided to embark on a journey to the countryside. He found himself in a quaint, picturesque village nestled amidst rolling hills and lush greenery. The air was fresh, and life seemed to move at a slower, more peaceful pace. He started to like the place even though he still felt the same emptiness and unhappiness deep within. During his stay in the village, Ethan learned about an old man who was renowned for his wisdom and the fact that he always remained happy despite his apparently meager resources and poor state. Curiosity led Ethan to seek the old man out. One warm afternoon, he found the wise old man sitting beneath a massive oak tree, gazing out at the serene countryside. The old man's face was lined with the wrinkles of time, yet his eyes twinkled with a boundless inner joy. Ethan felt a sense of calmness and serenity around the old man. He introduced himself and shared the turmoil he felt in his heart. He told the old man that he was educated, rich, and healthy. He had a good job and quite a good number of friends also, but yet he is empty from within. He has forgotten the real meaning of happiness for a long time. The old man listened intently and then offered a warm smile. "Young man, it's a common ailment in the city. We often chase after everything external, forgetting that true happiness comes from within. I'll share with you 5 lessons to help you find happiness in every situation." Ethan was eager to learn from this wise soul. Number 1, be like a bird. The old man said, "Look at that bird in the tree. It has no permanent shelter, yet it sings merrily in every season. It has no assured means to get food. It flies in the morning to fetch food for his young ones, yet he is never sure whether he will get it or not. But still you hear his sweet chirping. How happy he is because happiness comes from being content with the present moment, not worrying about the future. God will take care of the future. You should only concentrate on your efforts in the present moment." Number 2, be like a flowing river. He continued. A river flows steadily, overcoming all obstacles in its path. Learn to adapt and flow with life's challenges rather than resisting them. In life, you may come across certain situations and circumstances which are hard to accept. But you see, in order to be happy, you must accept these changes and facts that can't be altered. Flow like a river, taking everything in your stride, and you will be happy because acceptance leads to happiness. Number 3, be like a farmer. The old man smiled and said, "A farmer toils all year, patiently sowing and tending to his crops. He is really not sure whether his effort will bear him fruit, and he will have a good harvest or not. Yet he continues to work hard and tend to his crops. So be like him. Don't always expect good results instantly. Your job is to put in your work with all dedication and sincerity, and then wait. Happiness often comes from hard work and perseverance, not from instant gratification." Number 4, be like a compassionate tree. He pointed to a sturdy tree and said, "Like this tree that provides shelter and shade to all who seek it, learn to give without expecting in return. Always be on the giving end and never expect anything in return." because if you expect reciprocal deed from others, you will often be disappointed. Always be magnanimous, because selfless acts lead to a fulfilled heart. Lesson 5. Be like a star in the dark night. As night fell, the old man looked up at the star-filled sky and said, "Just as the stars shine brightest in the darkest night, your inner light can shine even in challenging times. Don't be overawed by the adversity and trials of life. After every difficulty comes good time, so never lose heart during dark times. Stick to your good deeds and hope, and you will surely find good times also." Ethan was deeply moved by these lessons and the beautiful parables that accompanied them. He realized that happiness was not dependent on external circumstances, but on his own attitude and perspective. He thanked the wise old man and returned to the city with a heart filled with newfound wisdom. Back in the bustling city, Ethan applied the old man's teachings to his life. He found contentment in the simplicity of each moment, embraced life's challenges with resilience, worked patiently toward his goals, practiced selfless kindness, and discovered that his inner light could shine even in the darkest times. As time passed, Ethan's emptiness faded, replaced by a profound sense of happiness that accompanied him in every situation. He became a source of inspiration for those around him, reminding them that true happiness could be found within, regardless of the external circumstances that life presented.